Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Yeah.
We're going to get started. Go ahead. Let's sing a song of welcome together.
Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
Come on, a little Shabbat energy.
Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la 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 la. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
How many of you have been to Temple Aliyah before for a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah? All right. I recognize a lot of you from week to week, from child to child. It's a wonderful sense of community that we can create. We're able to share together. And so most of you know by now that you've been here before, our attempt is to create an hour, that's all this mincha is, of sanctification, of holiness. And so we're going to help you engage in a holy moment by just turning off those cell phones, please. Take them out. We prefer even that they not be on vibrate unless you're like a neurosurgeon or you got something planned in the next hour that you absolutely have to be called to. All right? We just ask that you be present. And that's the gift that you give Max in terms of being part of his bar mitzvah, is to be not just sitting in the seats, but to be present in the moment for yourself, for community. So I want you to take a deep breath of Shabbat. I just want you to feel it and then let it out. It's hard when most of you have just been running around today like it's a regular day. Or maybe not so regular, but you've been getting dressed and getting made up and all those things that you do. And how do you get ready for the moment? And how do you experience Shabbat, which is a day of holiness, in which we're told you're given an additional soul? 2 souls you have on Shabbat to doubly feel sanctity of life. I want you to just take hold for a moment. Take one more breath in. Take it in. Feel that Shabbat. Let it out. This morning, a number of us were here this morning, right? Cantors, right? This morning we were here. And in the morning service, it's customary for just about everybody of bar mitzvah age to wear a talit. It's part of the morning rituals. In the afternoon service, just the people who are engaged up here in the Torah, involved, wear a talit. And so I'm going to put mine on. You're going to be able to follow to begin with in the prayer book, the small of the red books there, Siddur, we call it in Hebrew. You'll be able to follow along. The Mincha afternoon service, you're going to find page 214. Every day, every Shabbat, every day we actually have a Mincha. We have Shachrit morning, afternoon and evening services. On Shabbat afternoon is when we bring out the Torah every week, whether there's a bar mitzvah or not. And Max, that allows us to be able to celebrate your bar mitzvah. So Max is going to lead us in the English version of the Ashrei on the alternate responsive reading. So why don't you begin, Max?
Joyous are they who dwell in your house. They shall praise you forever.
Joyous the people who are so favored. Joyous the people whose God is Adonai.
I exalt you, my God, my sovereign. I praise your name always.
Every day I praise you, glorifying your name always. But let me just say something. You're here as a congregation and part of a community. It means you're supposed to join in, all right? You can go to a great show at the Amundsen, right? But we want you to be engaged and involved. If you don't know Hebrew, that's okay. Sometimes it's transliteration. But we want you to be involved and to be responsive to our man Max. Do that again. How do you do that? There you go. All right. So he's going to continue, and if you can, those of you going to help and respond, go ahead.
Great is Adonai, great to be praised. Through your greatness is unfathomable.
One generation says your works to another, telling of your mighty deeds. There you go.
I would speak of your majestic glory and of your wondrous acts.
Generations speak of your awe-inspiring deeds. I too shall recount your greatness.
They recount your goodness and sing of your righteousness.
Adonai is merciful and compassionate, patient and abundant in love.
Adonai is good to all, and God's mercy embraces all of creation.
All of creation acknowledges you, and the faithful bless you.
They speak of your glory and of your sovereignty and tell of your might.
Proclaiming to humanity your mighty deeds and the glory of your majestic sovereignty.
Your sovereignty is eternal. Your dominion endures in every generation.
Adonai supports all who falter and lifts up all who are bent down.
The eyes of all look hopefully to you, and you provide them nourishment in its proper time.
Opening your hands, you satisfy with contentment all that lives.
Adonai is righteous in all that is done, faithful to all creation.
Adonai is near to all who call sincerely.
God fulfills the desire of those who are faithful, listening to their cries, rescuing them.
Adonai watches over all who love the Holy One, but will destroy all the wicked.
My mouth shall utter praise of Adonai. May all that is mortal praise God's name forever and ever.
Thank you, Max. All right, you can have a seat. We're going to continue, page 217.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ויאמר דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכו בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב במרו אמן יש מרבם מבורך לעלם לעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו Amen.
In just a moment, we're going to stand as the ark is open, not just quite yet, but in anticipation of that, we're going to need someone to carry the Torah. Ryan, it's going to be you. Come on up. And those of you who have been honored with the opening of the ark, Gail, Gillis, and Barbara Reback, and Lois Eitzler, if you'll come forward, please. You're going to join us up on the bima to get prepared to open up that ark. All right. Gail, Barbara, and Lois, there you all are. Come on. Page 218 at the top.
ואני תפילתי לך אדוני את רצון אלוהים ברוב חסדך ענני באמת אישך
The ark is open, we rise together.
היבצו אהרון ויאמר משה קומה אדוני ויפוצו אויביך וינוסו משנאיך מפניך כי בציון תצא תורה כי בציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני בירושלים ברוך שנתן צלול, אדוני איתי ונרוממה, שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת
והנצח וההוד, כי חוב השמיים ובארץ, כי חוב השמיים ובארץ.
לך אדוני הממלכה ומתנשא לכל ראש. רוממו,
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 רוממו אדוני אלוהינו,
והשתחוו, והשתחוו, לאדום רגליו קדוש הוא. רוממו,
רוממו,
רוממו, אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו, והשתחוו, להר קודשו, להר קודשו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו.
not by might and not by power,
But
by Spirit alone, shall we all live in peace. Not by might and not by power,
But
by Spirit alone, shall we all live in peace.
The children sing, and the tears may fall, but we'll hear them call, and another song will rise, another song will rise, another song will rise.
Not by
You may be seated. You can put away your prayer book. I know it seems like a lot of prayers. To our youthful visitors here tonight and those participating, thank you. Hold in all that energy. Oof. You can take out the larger red book, the Chumash. Kazan Stein was playing not by might, not by power, by spirit alone because of connection to Hanukkah, song by Debbie Friedman, the words we actually read this morning from the prophets, from the Haftarah. We think about Hanukkah. We're in the story, by the way, in terms of reading of Torah that Max is going to read in a little bit. We're talking about Joseph, aren't we? We're going to talk a little bit about forgiveness. But you know, Max, that these stories about Joseph talk a lot about parenthood. Right? So do you think Jacob did well? Do you think he favored Joseph a little bit? Remember that coat of many colors. What does it mean? Should you favor one child over another? That's bad, isn't it? Parents. Parents, what does that mean? Right? And you try not to, and you don't. And I always tell my kid, I have 4 kids now, all much older, and they always felt, I don't know about kids, how many of you whose parents here feel that there's a different favorite in the family than you, of the kids? Is there any, you all think you're the favorite? How many of you think you're the favorite? How many of you think you're the favorite? Oh, you know. How many of you think you're the favorite? Okay, hands down. How many of you know you're not the favorite of the kids? All right. Hands down. I open up for counseling and therapy during the week. You can all come in and talk. But I think, by the way, this is about human nature. Human nature is, for some reason, you believe that others, right, are in a different relationship than you are in that moment. And that's the nature of having siblings. The only way to avoid it is to be an only child. And if you don't feel you're the favorite, you got real problems. But isn't it true? That's the nature. You wonder about others and ourselves and how do we connect. And the Torah is so amazing about articulating real life. And by the way, it's about parents taking responsibility. Hello? It's about acknowledging the obligation that parents have with their children. And if you don't hold the children responsible, what can happen? It's what happens with Joseph and his siblings, because they're left, by the way, pretty much on their own. Jacob doesn't know how to be a father. He really doesn't. He doesn't have a great role model either. And in all of this, there's a struggle to create responsibility and to acknowledge that how do we avoid the mistakes, and we never can. Right? I always say that for the first 18 years, the kids spend their life in the parents' house, and then they spend the rest of their lives in therapy figuring that out. Right? What does that mean? And it's not about being a friend, it's about being a parent. And that's what the story of Joseph's about. It's about owning the sense of obligation you have and how you raise your children and how you try and give them those values. There's a lot to learn from the mistakes of Jacob and his favorite son. Max, will you get over here, please? All right. Armors, come on up here. Come on, David, Jade. You're going to share with your son. And you know by now this routine. You've been here enough to see it lately. Right? That this is the moment that you just soak it up. You just listen to your parents and their great words of wisdom without interruption, right? Without arguing back anything, right? All right, here, why don't you go? Why don't you stand on this side? You face your son right here.
All right.
You take it all in.
All right. Max, this is not my first rodeo up here, but somehow this time is different. I think because you're my third and final bar mitzvah. This day has so many mixed emotions for me. You have studied so hard, and you deserve every moment that this day brings, but it also represents an end of an era for me. It's just a reminder that my babies aren't babies anymore. A couple of weeks ago, when we had our meeting with Rabbi Vogel, he asked Daddy and me what we hoped you would take from this experience. Daddy had no problem expressing his thoughts as usual, so eloquent, so annoying, but I was afraid if I opened my mouth, I would cry and nothing would make sense, so I didn't, but I'm gonna give it a try right now. Max, you are not a kid of many words, but when we get you going, there is no one sweeter, kinder, and funnier than you. You have a heart of gold. Some may see this as a weakness, but don't you dare change. I admire your thoughtfulness and ability to make everyone around you feel special. Being a mensch is okay and actually very refreshing. Second, the relationship you have with your brother and sister is exceptional. It makes me feel I did something right. I don't think you've missed one of Dylan's tennis matches this season, and you were the first one to cheer Ryan on during his baseball games. The relationship between siblings was a major theme in your Torah portion that you spent a lot of time studying. Unfortunately, we were given the short stick when it came to our immediate family. And I want you to know how important your relationship with Ryan and Dylan is and will be in the future. Finally, as you become a bar mitzvah today, I hope you continue to be part of this Jewish community. The values and traditions you have learned so far have shaped you into the incredible young man you are today. Max, we joke that your nickname in our family is 4.5. Because half the time you're engrossed in your video games or your YouTube videos and not part of the family. But to be honest, the day you were born, you completed our family and made us the perfect party of 5. I love you.
Give your mom a hug. She deserves it. David, you're going to share as well with your son. And she made it. Isn't that nice? Isn't that great? You didn't think she would. Yeah. Yeah. The question of the bet's on your dad, whether he'll make it through or not. I've got a minute and a half that's it, he loses it, but we'll see what happens here. Right, you ready?
Max, 13 years and 10 days ago you were born. You made our family complete. I had the perfect wife, an amazing older son, the most beautiful daughter, and finally we had you, our great little boy. I became the luckiest man in the world. And every day since then, you put a smile on my face, and every moment you've been alive, I've been proud to be your dad. I love you so much that it hurts. As you look into this congregation today, you can see many people who love you and care about you. Please know there are many others who may not be here in the physical world who love you as well. Grandma Ronnie, Poppy, Grandma Susan, and Grandpa love you, and there will be a piece of you forever. I could stand here all day and brag about your incredible qualities, the great things you do, your amazing accomplishments, the great things you've done on the baseball field. But instead, while I have your attention for just a minute, and your eyes aren't buried in a YouTube video or in a video game, I figured I wanted to share some important words with you because today's a significant day. Becoming a bar mitzvah is not only an extraordinary accomplishment, it comes with a lot of responsibilities. Responsibilities to yourself, your friends, your family, and the Jewish community, because you're now recognized as an adult. One who may not be able to get his clothes in the hamper or throw his cookie wrappers out, but still an adult. As a third child who sat in this very temple and listened to many dads from this very position give a lot of advice to their young boys and girls, I was worried that you may tune me out. So I figured if I brought some advice from some of your favorite sports stars, I knew we would zone in and you'd listen to the advice and the words of wisdom. First, never say never, because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player ever to hit the hardwood, said that and lived by those rules. Max, I'd like you to live by those same rules. Don't ever put limits on yourself or your dreams. The more you dream, the further you'll get. Don't shortchange yourself or who you want to be or what you want to become. Shoot for the stars, and the possibilities are endless. Go out and make it happen. As Tommy Lasorda said, there are 3 types of people: those who make it happen, those who watch it happen, and those who wonder what happens. Max, you have the brains, you have the drive, you have the determination, so push yourself and make it happen. Your favorite, Derek Jeter, said something that I love. He said, there may be people who have more talent. There's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you. Max, keep working hard at everything you do. I promise you, hard work pays off. A young lady you probably have no idea who she is, named Mary Lou Retton, danced her way to 5 medals at the Olympics as a gymnast. She said, a trophy carries dust. Memories last forever. Max, no matter how many trophies you win, no matter what grades you get, no matter how much money you make when you're an adult, what matters is not that. It's about the character you show and the lessons you've learned along the way. Live life to its fullest, enjoy it, and create your amazing memories. And finally, Hall of Fame coach John Wooden left us with 2 gems that I want to share with you. The first is, talent is God-given, be humble. Fame is man-given, be grateful. Conceit is self-given, be careful. And finally, be more concerned with your character than your reputation. Your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think of you. Max, like these incredible people, you too are a winner, and I'm proud of you and your character. Continue to be kind, continue to work hard, continue to give back, and most importantly, continue being you. Because you are amazing. I'm proud to be your dad, and I love you.
All the way to the end. David, wow. Whew. He held it in. Give him a hand for that one. All right, Max, you're going to take that talit from your parents. Beautiful talit. Do you help pick this one out? No, you're going to trust that it's good. It's a nice talit. Take it. Recite that blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu u'mitzvotah v'tzivanu l'hitatev b'tzitzit.
Amen. Be able to follow along in the Chumash and the larger of those books again, page 274. 274, the beginning of the portion of Vayigash.
עלינו בזמן קרוב, ויחום פליטתנו ופליטת עמו בית ישראל, וכינו לחסר רחמים ורצון ונאמר, אמן.
אמן.
הכל הבו גודל אלוהינו ותנו כבוד לתורה, יעמדו דוד בן עדן ובריאנה שרה בת רון ורוניה ראשון, ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו,
ואתם אביקים על אלוהיכם
חיים כולכם היום.
Baruch et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
ויגש אליו יהודה, ויאמר בי אדוני, ידבר נא עבדך דבר באוזני אדוני, יהפך בעבדך, כי כמוך כפרעות. אדוני שאל את עבדיו לאמור, האיש לכם אב או ונאמר אל אדוני, איש לנו אב זקן, וילד זקונים קטן, ואחיו מת, ואחיר הוא לבדו, לאמו ואחיו ואחיו.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chei olam notah b'tocheinu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten Torah.
Amen. Ya'amdu Ruvain David ben David ubriana Sarah, Veronia bat David ubriana Sarah, Sheyani.
Baruch Adonai Hamor. Baruch Adonai Hamorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torto. Baruch atah Adonai noten Torah.
Amen.
Amen. Vatomer el avadecha horiduhu elai, v'yasima eni alav. Vanomer el Adoni lo yuchal hana'al yazov et aviv, v'yazav et aviv v'amet. Vatomer el avadecha im lo yered achichem hakatom etchem, lo tozifun lerot panai, vayehi ki alinu el avdecha avi, vanaged laho divrei Adoni.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten Torah.
Amen. Abachor habar mitzvah Ya'amod Simcha Ron ben David ubriana Sarah Shlishi Chazak
That's just for you. You know that. As you're the bar mitzvah, you now have been called up for your aliyah. And before you recite the blessings and read from the Torah, you're going to share some of your thoughts on today's Torah reading, correct? Slowly, clearly, and loudly, right? Yeah, you sure?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, step up, go ahead.
My Torah portion is Vayigash. And I want to share with you some of what I learned. While reading my Torah portion, I found many stories and teachings that felt like a juicy, suspenseful movie that included betrayal, secrets, and forgiveness. Brothers selling another brother into slavery, a father not knowing the truth about his son's actions, and one brother forgiving the awful act of another brother. In my preparation, I was most interested in the part where Joseph forgave his brother Judah for selling him into slavery for the many years before, and keeping it a secret from his devastated father. Joseph was able to use the unfortunate turns of events to become a better person. Also, had Judah not sold Joseph into slavery, he never would have met God, who eventually made Joseph governor of Egypt and allowed Joseph the power to help his family from famine. As I read this, I wonder how could Joseph be so forgiving? His brother's intentions were not nice, and yet he was willing to forgive and forget, and never let the secret to be known to his father. Ryan and Dylan know I would not be so kind. Joseph felt blood was thicker than water. I think that what Joseph did was very commendable, but I'm not sure if my brother sold me into slavery, I would be that nice or forgiving. As I become a bar mitzvah, this lesson is meaningful to me because, as most of you know, I have an older brother and sister who mean the world to me. Sure, there are sometimes they pick on me, annoy me, and don't let me get my word in or play my video games, and to be honest, there are times I wish I can send them to live with another family. But in the end, they are my best friends, and I know no matter what, they would do anything for me and always have my back. Forgiveness is what makes a relationship work. We all make mistakes and do things we wish we could take back. But the power of forgiveness is forgiveness is amazing and a lesson I learned from my Torah portion. I want to thank Rabbi Vogel, Rabbi Goldstein, Hazan Mimi, and Hazan Stein for all their patience and hard work preparing me for today. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. The Torah reading continues, the third Aliyah, page 274, verse 25.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'na'ata lanu et torto. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'nomer Avinu shuvu shivru lanu me'at ochel. V'nomer lo nuchal la'redet im yesh ahinu hakaton itanu ve'yad ranu ki lo nuchal verot b'nei ha'ish ve'achinu hakaton inenu itanu. V'nomer avdeha avi elenu atem yadatem ki shenayim yadali ishti vayetze echad me'iti Va'omar af taraf velo reifti ad heina ukatem gam etze me'im panai vekarahu ason vehoratem et sevati bera'ah she'ola ve'ata kevo'i el avdaha avi v'nar einenu itanu v'nafsho keshura v'nafsho. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nata lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'Eloheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov, yehei lanu, yehei lanu, ulecha Yisrael, yehei lanu, ulecha Yisrael, David melech Yisrael, chai v'kayam, David melech Yisrael, chai v'kayam. Simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov, yehei lanu.
All right, you. We have a new bar mitzvah dance that's just been copyrighted right here, Max. That's quite the celebration. Only in the way that Max could do this, right? Totally your way, which is what we all love about you. And you don't care about what others do in terms of a style. You're going to do it your way, and you're going to do it the right way in terms of believing what you're doing is the right thing to do and standing up for what is right. And I think that is so important, the values that your parents shared with you. That's what I love. They shared values that they want you to take forth from this day. Look around. I mean, look at your family, your friends that are here. Right? There's a great moment. And I think that most people who've had a bar bat mitzvah can remember what that day felt like. And part of it is a sense of pride about what you've accomplished. We talked about it. It's not easy learning to read Torah. It'd be great if they could put those little vowel dots in the Torah. Wouldn't that be fabulous?
That'd be great.
It'd be great. But you know, by the way, Hebrew originally didn't have vowels. And that's why there's no vowels in there. They come later. And so you're reading from a document that goes back thousands of years, and now you become part of that tradition. Just by reading from it, you enter into it. Remember, I told you that I wanted you to feel as if you yourself were maybe like Moses reading to the Israelites, going back generations. Your family, your mom and dad mentioned those who aren't here, right? Family, grandparents, and others. And there's a sense of holding on to those memories. You are who you are because of them, whether you realize it or not. That's what your parents want you to know. That you've been given a gift, not only of DNA that defines what you look like and part of your character, but is entirely what you are about. I love what you said, by the way, about Joseph, about you weren't sure whether you actually would be able to do that or not, forgiveness. But I want you to remember something. Joseph set up that whole scenario with his brothers to see whether they had changed. And when they had changed, that's when he was able to say, I can forgive them. Now, by the way, there's a rabbinic midrash that says when they went off to bury their father in the land of Israel, that they walked by the pit where the brothers threw Joseph in, and Joseph walked by and kind of looked like this. Didn't say anything, just kind of looked, let the brothers know, I remember. We can forgive, right? But there's a sense sometimes you have to live with the things that you've done in life. And that's what we want you to know, that you're defined by the character of what you do in life. And it stays with you for your entire life. So proud of you. You shared so much with your parents. I've been there from the very beginning, well, a little bit after the beginning. I was at your bris. Do you remember? No. Okay, good. Good. We're glad. That's why you do it at 8 days, so that you don't remember it all. But from the very beginning, I've been there with your family. I remember in terms of from New York to here, create new roots. You never know whether those roots are going to take hold, but I know you feel the sense of community and that which grounds you now. So we're going to share with you, I'm going to, on behalf of the Jewish people, going back all the way to Moses, this blessing that's been handed down for all these thousands of years. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'hunecha, Yisar Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Max Armour, may God bless you and keep you. May God's presence always shine upon you. May you look at the world, the freshness of your eyes that you always see. May you always strive to make a difference and do what's right. And in that process, may you help bring peace. When you do that, and we all say, Amen. We're going to now call forward for honor of Hagba and Glila, the Green family. You're going to join us up here, please. And then I want the Edelsteins, if you'll come up here because you're going to get ready to carry the Torah. We rise together, please.
Yamod Hamagbiya Yamod Hagolet Mishpachat Green. Bezot HaTorah Asher Sam Moshe Lifnei Bnei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai Beyad Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Moratza kehilat Yaakov, Morasha kehilat Yaakov, Morasha kehilat Yaakov, Torah tziva lanu Moshe.
Remain standing. We're back in the prayer book, by the way, 221, so the smaller of those red books. And I'd like to call forward the honor of opening the Ark, Amanda and Drew Annickstein, Brooke and Noah Saporta, Julia Dean and Mitchell Cohen. If you'll join us all up on the bima, please, at this time.
Yahallelu et Shem Adonai, ki nishgav shemo levado, odo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, תהילה לכו חסידיו לבני ישראל עם קרובו הללויה הללויה על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים
על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים
על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה ותומכך מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש ימינו כקדם.
May be seated. My pleasure to call forward, please, Julie Devine. Who's going to make some presentations to our bar mitzvah on this wonderful occasion.
Hi, Max. Hi. I know you don't remember, but I was at your bris also. It was a beautiful day. And I can't believe I'm hearing your bar mitzvah. I can't believe it, right? How does this happen? Anyway, and I keep wanting to call you Ryan. I'm sorry. But you're Max. And I want to congratulate you on your bar mitzvah today and congratulate your family. And I see that we have some things here for you. So one, we have your bar mitzvah certificate, and with your gold seal, that means that you did some extra work for Tikkun Olam with West Hills Champions. Mazel tov. If you'd like, we'd encourage you to enjoy your one-year membership in the USY, which is our youth group here at Temple Aliyah. And there's a tree that's been planted for you in the JNF forest in Israel, and I've been there. And there are trees, and it's a forest, and it's beautiful. And I hope that one day you can go and see it. And we have a book about Israel called Israel Matters that would be great for you to read to learn more about our homeland. And last but not least, on behalf of Women of Aliyah and Men's Club, I have a Kiddush cup for you to use. I'm going to hang on to these for a few minutes so you'll always remember the special day at Temple Aliyah. And Mazel Tov. Thank you. You're welcome.
And we're getting there closer and closer, I promise you. We're back in the prayer book, that's smaller of the two books, page 222.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמך רבה בעמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביום בכל ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן יש במבורך לעולם לעולמי עולמיה יתברך ויתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תאמירן בעלמה ויאמרו Amen.
I'm holding here a prayer book. Looks rather old and rather small, and very delicate. This belongs to David's great-grandfather. I think it's Max. I think you said, is it your great-great? I think your great, I think you said. His great-great-grandfather. It's been around for a long time, and prayers haven't changed in terms of the Hebrew. I'm going to use this in memory of your ancestors as we pray together. Page 222, page 223 rather. We have the Amidah. We're still in Hanukkah, so if you know the appropriate place, you're going to find it on page 430 we add. It's also Rosh Chodesh, the new month. Lots of things to add. We're going to begin together, and then we'll trail off silently in our prayers, whether Hebrew or English or your private prayers. We rise together as Max is going to lead us to the beginning of the Amidah, again, page 223.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Haneirah El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot, Umevi Goel Linei B'neihem, Leman Shemo Ve'ahava, Melech Ozer Ufoked Umoshia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ufoked Sarah, Ata Gibor Ve'elan Adonai, Mechayei Metim Ata, Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach, Mehorid HaGashem, Mechakel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayei Metim Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umechayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Mihamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Mehelach, Melech Meimit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Ve'emanata V'chayom Eitim, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaMeitim.
Nekadesh Shemcha Ba'alam,
Nekadesh Shemcha Ba'alam, Kashem Shema Kishim Oto, Bishmei Marom, Kakadu V'yad Nevecha, וקורא זה אל זה ואמר קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלוך הארץ כבודו ליומתם ברוך יאמרו ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו ובדברי קודשך כתוב לאמור ימלוך אדוני לעולם אלוהי ציון לדור ודור הללויה לדור ודור נגיד גודלך ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד כי המלך גדול וקדוש אתה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Continue silently, Hebrew or English or the private prayers of your hearts. Finished, you may be seated.
עושה שלום במרמה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
Page 230.
יתגלה ויגלה שמי רבה, ועמד ברכילותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון, וימכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעלם לעלמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר וישתבח ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה. ברכו לעילה מן כה בכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה, לאמירן ועלמה ויאמרו אמן. תתקבל צלותון ובהון כל בית ישראל קרוב ונשמעיה ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה בחיים עלינו וכל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרמה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו amen.
We rise together for Aleinu, page 231.
עלינו לשבח ואדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו כחומם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשחקים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוצר שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושנינתו זו בגובהי מרומי. הוא אלוהינו אינו אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשב אותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד, אין עוד. כך כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. On page 232, there is the Mourner's Kaddish. Mourner's Kaddish is the conclusion of all of our prayer services. It allows us to remember those who have gone before us and whom we remember often, usually on the York site, the anniversary of their passing. So if you're in a period of mourning, if you're reciting the Mourner's Kaddish, you are invited to rise at this time on page 232, the words of the Kaddish, an affirmation of life. We join together. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. Ve'alma divrach irutei ve'amlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael v'galav izman kariv v'meru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach ve'olam ulmei omaya. Yitbarach, Yishtabach, Yitpa'ar, Yitromam, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitalev, Yitalal, Shemei de Kudusha, Yichu, Le'elah, Minkol, Birchata, Vishirata, Tushbechata, V'nechemata, Damiran, V'yalma, V'meru, Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu, V'yalko Yisrael, V'meru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav, Uya, Oseh Shalom. Aleinu v'alkol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. May God who establishes peace in the heavens grant peace and harmony for us, for all of Israel and all of humanity, as we say, Amen. You may be seated. Max, get up here, please. Come on. How you feeling, buddy? Great? Isn't that a great feeling? You don't realize it, right? Remember we talked about that. We said like there's going to be that moment when you go, I did it, and all of that hard work paid off, right? Not as a performance, but that you feel good about the connections that you've made, about the relationships. We're so proud of you. This is a Shechianu moment, a moment of blessing. I'm going to call your parents. Come on. All right? Come on, David. All right, Jane. Come on, Dylan and Ryan. Come on together. Come on, stand up here. All right? I'm going to have you all stand up at this moment. If you have books on your lap, put them down on the chair, whatever you're holding. Put your arm on your neighbor. Even if you don't know them, put your arm around your neighbor. Only one arm around each person. If you have two, you're a little too close. We're going to join the Shechianu. If you know it, you'll join with us. Here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וכמעט והגיענו לזמן הזה. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וכמעט והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Amen. So here we go. Come on, like you really feel it. Here you go. It keeps going. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. Come on. Come on, I want you to feel it up there.
Shemin Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Semen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Semen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Semen Tov, Yehelanu, 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 Ulecha Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecha Yisrael, David Melech Yisrael, Chai v'kayam, David Melech Yisrael, Chai v'kayam. Semen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Semen Tov, Demon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Demon Tov, Semen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Semen Tov, Yehelanu.